Okay, so if you're a TypeScript dev and you're wondering if you should transition to Rust, this video is for you. Probably you are already using Rust for your backend and you are wondering if you should use Rust also for the frontend to have just one single code base in a full stack application. And in this video, I will show you very easily that it's possible actually to use Rust also for the frontend. For the backend, of course, we have many benefits. But if you are still using TypeScript for the front-end part, you will see that actually it can make sense to use Rust also for the front-end. And this way you have one single code base for the backend and the front-end, and it's easier. I will show you that with ComboBox because it's quite a complex component, and you will see that actually the code is extremely simple, very simple, and very, very simple to maintain. And still it's in Rust. So I will show you the code. You will see that it's very, very simple, and probably it would make sense for you to at least test this. If it works for you, then you can try to use this. And by the way, also we have bootcamp and also coaching where we explain you exactly how you can use this kind of components all using Rust. Either you are building something in Rust, an application, or if you are a team also, feel free to go in rustify.rs. If you go inside here, so you can apply now. We are selective about the people that we take, but if you want to either have info about the bootcamp or the one-on-one coaching, just feel free to apply. Or if you want, you can also send me directly them on LinkedIn. Okay, so the ComboBox. Very simple, so it works something like this. You have different options. You can take JavaScript, for instance, Ruby, Rust. You can also type to have the things that you want. Okay, so very, very simple. It works fine, and you will see that the code actually is very simple. I will show you with the code directly on my code base just after, but first, so that you can have a feel of what it looks like. So as you can see, the different option I have is using an enum. Okay, so I'm using an enum like this. You can use a const if you want, but for me, I prefer at the moment to use an enum. And then you have a simple signal, because of course we need to keep track of which option that we choose. So we have the signal here, okay? And then you can see that also in the installation, you see that the ComboBox is built using a composition of popover and command. So we are using both popover and command for this. The popover to have either on the bottom or on the top, right? And also the command for this. So we have the popover trigger, okay, and then popover content and command. Maybe I will show you with the code, it will be easier. So as you can see, I'm in demo ComboBox. The code that you see here is exactly the same as the one as you see here. Okay, so by the way, I'm the creator of Rust UI. Maybe you don't know this. So this is why I have the code directly in my own code base. So we have this, and popover trigger. We have select language. Okay, so the things that you see here. Search language, oh yeah, my bad. It's because if I refresh, up, we have the select language here. So for the popover trigger, and then you have the popover content, okay, with the command. We have the command input, search language, so the thing that you see here. And then you have the command list, so command empty. If I put anything here, we have indeed no language found, okay. And then you just have command group and the different language that you have. I'm using an enum here because you can see that I'm using iter, okay, using this, okay. So again, you can use either the enum or const, it's up to you, but at the moment I prefer to use an enum. And then it's simple like this. The only specific part of Rust is that you need to also be specific about this, so collect view, because we have a map, but otherwise it's very simple, and as you can see, it's very similar as what you have in TypeScript. So especially in the era of AI, I think it doesn't make sense anymore to use TypeScript just because it's easier. Because now the AI can understand this perfectly and can generate the code perfectly well in Rust, and this way it would be much easier to maintain. So yeah, I don't see other benefits now to use TypeScript. Just use Rust is much easier, because this way you will have the same language for both the backend and the frontend, and you can also share types and everything between your backend and your frontend, and it's much easier to maintain. Okay, so yeah, a very simple video. If you want to test by yourself, very simple. You just you use like this UI add demo ComboBox. If you still don't have the CLI, you go inside CLI. You just do this, cargo install UI CLI, and then you just need to apply the UI add demo ComboBox, and that's it. If you are still here, it's probably that you are still interested in using Rust, or maybe you are wondering yourself. So once again, if you want to have more info about the bootcamp, go on rustify.rs. If you have any questions, feel free to ask directly on LinkedIn, and I will be glad to answer to you. So it was Max. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.